Okay, so it is the 8th of April 2024. So I'm going to be starting on the dollar index. Okay, the US dollar to begin with. If we go to the weekly just for a moment, we can see that last week we tapped into this weekly imbalance. Okay. We also wicked the high, so we tested the high, didn't want to be up there, and then came down, tested this. If I go down to the daily, we can see that on the daily as well, we've not had a closure above this high just yet. But what we have done is we've closed above the high on the 4 hour. Okay. Now, following 4 hour structure all the way from back here, this was obviously a downtrend, high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. We then broke that most recent structure point, closed above. Obviously, that was the high there. Came into a discount of that entire leg from the low to the high, made that higher low. Now we've had a higher high. So now this is the new leg. Okay, this is what I'm looking at personally. This. So from the low to the high, we've not yet achieved a discount of this leg. So we could end up coming down here. Okay, we also have that level there as well, the 4 hour imbalance. Right, so it's just something to be aware of, something I'm looking out for. Obviously, we have tapped into this weekly imbalance. So, I mean, yes, we could just fly. But following the structure, we've not had a 50% retracement of this just yet. So we could see that further down move on the dollar to fill this, okay, before we do anything. So that's what I'm looking for on the dollar. All right, so if we, I mean, that's literally it. There's nothing else really to discuss other than the fact that we have this here as well. We've been talking about this for a few weeks now. This daily area, daily imbalance, okay, still yet to be fulfilled, but it still could happen, okay. Just aligning the Fibonacci once more. You can see the extension actually aligns with taking that high out, that liquidity, which is quite interesting. So we'll have to see what plays out on this one. Okay, so let me just get rid of that. Okay, so GJ, all right, pound yen. Just remove the drawings a moment. Obviously, we know that we're still bullish, creating the higher highs, higher lows on the daily time frame. Yeah, just nice and simple. Obviously, on Fridays, obviously it's Monday now. On Friday, I sent out 2 trades, one being pound yen, one being pound dollar. Both were longs. Actually, no, it was 2 trades on GJ. Let me get into that. It was 2 trades, I'm pretty sure, on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. But this is the current price action. I'm waiting for this area to be tapped into again. If this retraces back down and we form our lower time frame confirmations, I will be getting in another trade. But the 2 trades were, if I just go over to the side, yeah, here they are. So yeah, there were 2 on Friday. Both reached TP. One was a 1.2R, one was a 1R. Okay. And it was just based off the fact that we had that push to the upside. So it was kind of a ripple effect from that bigger move. So once the 4 hour did this push up, obviously we broke all that structure, what we was caught in last week. This is why obviously last week I was getting in buys after buys and they were just hitting break even all the time because it didn't want to go. So it's looking like it is going to go there now. So 92,700 was the price in which I was looking at when we were back here. I do still think that could get tapped. But yeah, these longs were based off the fact that we came into this daily area. So if I go to the daily, that's that right there. Yeah, that's pretty much it really. And like I say, if I go to the 4 hour, if we do get another sort of ripple effect where it comes down to test once again, look what we have within that 15,618 area. Okay, and 191, 190, that level, that blue line, if I go back to the daily, that is that. Okay, that is that. So that's what I'm waiting for. So GU, very similar in terms of what I'm actually waiting for. We could get a pullback. To be honest though, this one could work out in either direction, and I'll explain why. So what we've done on GU is we filled this daily imbalance last week. We filled that on Thursday, right? That level there. What we also have, if we zoom out, take these off the weekly and monthly a minute. We zoom out, we've got that, right? That's just clear as day. Monthly area. We've also got a monthly area above this high. Okay. So, but in terms of this is what I'm focusing on at the moment, and I'll tell you why. So if I go down into the daily again, so what we've done, we filled that daily imbalance, but if we go on the 4 hour as well, which I'll go on in a moment, I'll go on it now actually. We've created 4 hour bearish structure, okay, in form of these. So just follow these blue dots with me a moment. So low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, okay. What we can actually do now is, okay, wait, hang on a second. Let's just say that there. Let's call that there the break. We can get rid of this. We can get rid of that. And so if we're calling that our new leg, what we'd need to do then is take it from the highest high down into the lowest low. And we've not had a 50% retracement. We've not had a premium of that entire leg. So what we could do, this is what I'm saying, it could work out either way, and I'll explain the bearish side of things in a minute. But for now, let's talk about the bullish side of things. If we retrace back down into here, this daily area, we could get a push up to fulfill this before we come down. We've also got imbalances up here, 4 hour imbalance there. Okay, so that's what I'm waiting for at the moment. If we don't come into there, right, what I'm also aware of, sorry about that, guys. What I'm also aware of is this here. So this, if I go to the daily, this is, well, it's a new daily area that was printed, okay? So if we go to the 4 hour, and if we follow this structure now, so if we just follow the bearish structure side of things, let's just mark this on as red. Okay. Let's take this off. Within this structure, we have achieved a premium. Okay. The premium is there. Look, 50%. We've wicked into that. We've filled the daily imbalance. So what we could do is maybe react from here. And even if we push down lower into there, that from here to there, our TP would definitely be hit. That would be a winning trade for us. And then if we get a confirmation from down here, we could go long. So not sure if that made sense. I know there was a lot of lines on there. Excuse me. I know there was a lot of lines on there a minute ago, but that's sort of my thoughts on GU. So I've got both sides of the fence covered, basically. All right. So daily. So yeah, that level is there. And then worst case, we might come down to there because that's a fresh level as well. That's not been retested. All right. So that's pretty much it for GU. That's what I'm waiting for. All right. So if we come down, I'm going to get in the longs. Just like GJ, if it comes down, I'm going to get in the longs. If it performs our confirmation, of course. Do you have indicators that you use? No, you can, but no, I don't. I'll just do it manually. I do believe there are indicators though. But the thing is with the indicators, it's going to show every single one that's on the chart. And for me, that's just way too much. I just like to keep my charts to bare minimal. So I'll just take them off and add them on as and when, just by eye. But yeah, if you wanted to do that, by all means, go for it. USD CAD. Okay, so USD CAD. Let's go out to the weekly a moment. So obviously last week's candle was a bullish close. Oh, sorry. Let's just take this off the weekly and monthly. Last week's candle was a weekly candle was a bullish close. We had a wick to the high and we came close to our monthly resistance area, which was 36500. Came very close to actually tapping the price itself. We're also still bullish on the daily time frame and still bullish on the 4-hour time frame. Okay. So, and we've also got this 4-hour imbalance that's yet to be fulfilled over here. All right. And of course, like I say, we came close to monthly resistance, but we've not tagged it. So what price is doing now, can it actually come back down, retest this area, form a confirmation, and away we go? That would be really, really nice. So if I go to the daily, you'll see what that is. That's just that there. Okay. Just right there. Two bodies bringing it through. So obviously that would align within the discount of that leg as well at the 61.8. So yeah, that's what I'm waiting for with USD CAD. Nice and simple. Okay, so we'll have to see with that one. Euro dollar. Let's go to the weekly a minute. Euro dollar, another weekly candle closure. Bullish closure, sorry. Daily, similar to GU, we came and tapped a imbalance, but this was a weekly imbalance on this pair. So we filled that. Okay. We could end up going for the low eventually because we've got areas to fulfill down here. We've got breaks of structure on this as well. So therefore we've come into a premium of this leg right there. So we could actually make a new low, break that, and then come fill that eventually. That's sort of medium to long term, because let's not forget this is a daily time frame, what I'm looking at right now. We've got an area there that we could test if we do want to go higher, if we want to get a deeper retracement within this leg. So we could do that and then follow through. So again, sort of both sides of the fence covered with that one. 4-hour, nothing really to discuss, to be honest, in my opinion. You've got an imbalance up there as well. So that's pretty much it. Gold. We've fulfilled the area in which we were talking about last week. So I drew on these structure points last week when we were sort of hanging around here. We had a 1-hour imbalance there that was filled and we flew. So obviously this is still in price discovery. It can be hard to trade when something is doing something like this. The only way to trade it, I would say, is to wait for a discount of a leg. Obviously, you never know which leg to take. That's why we use stop losses, because obviously these lows could have broken in terms of this pullback, but they didn't. They held true. So, you know, it's just a case of trading with the order flow and trading with the direction. I mean, obviously, to sell this is heavily counter trend, because everything is telling you that it's going up. Like there's higher highs, higher lows, higher highs everywhere. So, yeah, I'm not involved in gold, to be honest, just yet. I would like to see a pullback before I do so. There was a nice one there, like I said last week, so Friday, really nice pullback. It actually came into that 4-hour area as well, really nicely, and we formed a 4-hour 3-pin. That could have been an entry, to be honest. Yeah, 4-hour 3-pin, sort of a swing trade. But then again, it's like, where do you target? It's sort of guesswork. Or you just put your stop to break even once you're in profit, because you never know how high this is going to go. So, yeah. So that's gold. Euro yen. So Euro Yen, obviously, still in alignment with GJ going up. Yeah, so we've got that, but I do believe we've got that to fulfill. I do believe we are going to fill that weekly area. Will it be this week? I can't tell you. But that's still available, in my opinion, to be mitigated. Again, higher highs, higher lows, very, very easy price action. We did have a trade on this last week as well, which hit TP. And of course, it was a buy. Just going with the overall trend. So yeah, if we do get a pullback, similar to pound dollar and pound yen, similar to them too. If we do get a pullback, we've got every reason to look for a buy if we do decide to form a confirmation setup. Yeah, so we'll have to see with that. We've also broken that structure as well. So that was internal structure anyway. But yeah, everything is aligning to the upside for sure. Yeah, very, very simple. Australian dollar, US dollar. So I actually put out a sell this morning with this pair. So, and it was a very simple setup. So it's just based on the fact that we've come into those bodies and we've formed a confirmation within our trading hours. It's as simple as that. Okay, I'm going for a 1.2 risk to reward. Okay, not a 1 to 2, a 1.2 risk to reward. Stops are above this high and above that high as well. So if we're wrong, we're wrong. But, we've already had a fantastic month so far. I believe between myself and Henry's trades, I've done some calculations. We are over 10% profit for the month already, if you're risking 1% with our trades, which is phenomenal when it's the 8th. And we've had an Easter bank holiday as well, so we've not even been trading for 8 days. So yeah, and that's not me trying to justify if we lose, it's fine. Obviously it is, but at the same time, this fit the plan. So, I had to take it. So we'll see what happens with this one. So if I just go out to the daily again. So with this, so the sell, right? The sell obviously is a 1.2 risk to reward, so it would only come to there anyway. But because the 4 hour is still bullish, right? In terms of these red dots, we're bullish. Then we've got bearish internal structure. If we do decide to come down, and we might test something in here, and it gives us a long opportunity, I'm going to go long. So, it's just a case of just giving or just taking what price gives, basically. So yeah, that in terms of that would obviously align with that. So there'd be a 56.18 sort of retracement. By the looks of it, it's already done that though, to be honest. See that wick there? Yeah, so we've already done that. We didn't come into anything significant. Failing that, if we don't come down, the next area at which I'm going to be selling from, if we form our confirmations, is this here. There's no doubt about it. That is a very, very clean area, in my opinion. So, yeah, we'll have to see. Obviously, ideal scenario, this would hit TP, and then if we do come up again, we'll do the same thing again. That'll hit TP. Brilliant. But, until then, we'll have to just sit on our hands now and wait for the market to play out. We've got that level down there as well at the extreme. Obviously, it's a fresh level, 64900 over here. So, yeah, we'll have to see with this. So we've obviously currently had that wick into that area. Yeah, obviously. The thing is with trading as well, if you are in a trade, there's no point staring at the screens because it's not going to do anything to the trade. It's not going to make it win and it's not going to make it lose. It's not going to do anything. All it's going to do is be detrimental to your mental health. So we just got to let the markets do its thing. Like I said, it fit the plan, so I took it. Just like all the other trades that I've taken, that have hit TP. So yeah, so that's that. Can have a look at Bitcoin. Obviously, it is looking like it's going to take these highs, to be honest with you. So, you know, yeah, so potentially another higher high is on the table by the look of things. For anyone that trades Bitcoin or holds Bitcoin. And Ethereum, I'm not really going to go over that. Well, we could do really, but so weekly, we tapped into that weekly imbalance just there. Look, that was a few weeks ago. We've not made a higher high on Ethereum, so it could be catching up with Bitcoin. Who knows? I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm not an expert with crypto, to be honest. But, you know, price action is price action. So, you know, reading the markets, you can read any market if you can read the markets correctly. So, but yeah, that's just what I'm seeing. So that area there, that very thin line, was a monthly imbalance that was fulfilled just there on Ethereum. But that's not to say that we have to react from it. So from my experience, imbalances can just be used to be like sort of a magnet for price. It doesn't have to bounce from it. It can just fill it and then continue. So that's why they can be used for targets as well if you are in a trade. Yeah, so we've got the Bitcoin halving coming up soon as well. That's this month. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just waiting for the setups, as always. Yeah, this could be a nice trade. GJ. These were really, really nice trades. So obviously you've got GJ trade there last week. We had the GU. And actually it's quite so last week when I was leaving the office, I basically had to pull over in my car to take these trades because they were very, very clean. Very, very clean. So yeah, that was executed at 3 o'clock Friday afternoon. That was executed at 4 p.m. But yeah, it worked out very well, and it was actually nice because on the drive home, both of these trades were just reaching TP. Obviously, everyone in the chat was going crazy as well, which is good. It's good to see people winning. Yeah, we had a loss on USD CAD last week. That's right there. We also had a win. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. So yeah, just waiting for this one. Just waiting for this. Nice reaction by the looks of it. With this 30-minute candle, I believe. Yeah, 30-minute candle. So yeah, that's looking quite nice actually, in favour of our trade. Did you have an alert set then? Yeah, so that's basically what I do. So on these lines, you see that little alarm clock. So whenever price comes into these areas, that's when my phone will ping because I've got trading view on my phone as well. So therefore the notifications are linked up, which is good. So yeah, that's literally what I did. So as soon as that happened, pulled over. I was waiting on the side of the road, obviously for both of them. So one was 3 o'clock, sorry, and one was 4 p.m. So I was literally waiting like 10 minutes for each of them. But it's obviously worth it because, you know, it paid nicely. So, and to be honest, it was my own fault because obviously those technically were still my trading hours. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, yeah, let's look at news. Let's look at news. This week. Okay, cool. So, nothing today by the looks of it, really, in terms of heavy impact. So we've got heavy impact on Wednesday, core CPI for the dollar. We've got some CAD news as well, so that's obviously relevant to myself and and Henry, to be honest, because I know he trades USD CAD. So yeah, some more heavy news there. FOMC. Okay, that's going to be interesting. 7 p.m. That usually moves the markets a lot. We are still student, but this is my question. When the trade is in profit, can we move the stop loss to protect the profit? Yeah, so for those of you that are on the live that didn't see that question, so it says, we are still students, but this is my question. When the trade is in profit, can we move the stop loss to protect the profit? I mean, you can do that. But the way I like to do it, I like to wait until the trade is at least a 1-to-1 before I do that. Because anything below that, in my opinion, you're choking the trade too much. You're not allowing the market to move, because obviously the market likes to breathe, go up and down and gather more orders and a bit of manipulation here and there. It really depends on yourself and on the trader, if I'm being honest. Some people don't like to go break even. Some people do like to go break even. Some people go break even at 2R instead of 1R. So when it goes to 2 times the risk. But yeah, I would, to answer that plainly and simply, don't do it too early is the best piece of advice I could give you. Because like I say, you're going to be choking the trade. You're not going to allow it to do its thing. You're not going to allow the market to do its thing. But if and when, obviously, we are in trades and we need to go BE, then I'll be updating on the website to do so. So, yeah, just follow my lead for now is what I can say as well. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. So to wrap up, in terms of news, we've got, high impacts from Wednesday onwards by the looks of things. So, yeah, we'll obviously trade accordingly, but at the same time, we're still going to trade our plan, because sometimes the news can be the factor or the injection of the money to actually make the move happen. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I will catch you guys in the next live. I hope this made sense. I hope you got some value from it. And yeah, we'll catch up very, very soon. So yeah, take care, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.